If you're stepping into AI product management, you have probably heard words like artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, data science, data analytics being used interchangeably. Most people confuse them, but as a future AI product manager, you cannot. So let's break them down into the simplest way possible. Okay, before we jump into the scary AI jargon you see on LinkedIn every day, let's do something different. I want you to imagine a super smart detective agency, not a normal one, but the one that solves crimes based on pure brains and data. Every buzzword you have heard is actually a character inside the agency. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what each of the terms we mentioned earlier means, but also you'll never confuse them again, ever. So, the first one, picture the entire detective agency as artificial intelligence, AI. AI is like the visionary boss of the whole place. They don't solve crimes, but they decide the mission. We need to solve this case, catch the criminal, keep the city safe. AI is the goal, making machines act smart like humans do, making decisions, solving problems, planning, reasoning. So, the whole agency is AI. Now, machine learning. Machine learning is the detective who learns. This detective is smart, but it's not psychic. It learns by studying old files. The more past data you give them, the better they get at solving the cases. New cases. So ML is basically give me example, I'll figure it out by myself and observe the patterns. No hard coding, just learning from the past experiences. Now, in this agency, we also have a super detective with a deep memory. It's called deep learning. Now, imagine a specialist detective in the same agency. This one just learns from small files. They remember everything, like every single thing, thousands of reports, photos, voice clips, fingerprints, and connect them at a lightning speed. Deep learning is like ML, but advanced, maybe on steroids. It works when you have a lot of data and complex patterns like faces, voice, languages, or images. Now, what's the brain behind these deep learning detectives? It's neural networks. Now, how does deep learning get the superpower? Because their brain is built with neural networks, kind of like human brain. Think of lot of tiny detective neurons all passing clues to each other, layer by layer. One neuron notices shape, another recognizes its face, another says, "Oh, that's John." These layers working together, these are called neural networks. So, neural networks are the brain structures, deep learning is the super detective using that brain, and machine learning is the more traditional detective learning from the patterns of these files. Now, data science. Let's move on to another team member, that's data science. These guys don't chase criminals, they just collect the clues, clean the data, find the trends, build strategies, prepare evidence for the detectives. They are like research and planning department. Now, the report team, the analytics team. These people don't plan the whole mission. They just look at the clues we already have and explain them. Like 80% of robberies happened that night. This neighborhood has the highest crime rate. They don't predict the criminal, they just explain what's already happened in a better and organized way. So, if I have to wrap up and put this entire agency together in one glance, it will be AI being the entire agency, ML being a traditional detective, DL, deep learning being the super detective, and neural networks being the brain of this super detective, and data science being the research team, and data analytics is being the insights team providing everything in an organized way. And as a product manager in AI, your job is not to be any of these roles, but to understand who does what, when to use which person, and how to build the right team. In the next episode, we'll start breaking these characters down one by one and see where the product manager actually fits in. If this detective agency made things click for you, stick around. We have got more things to build.